Hey everybody, back in the garage and just working on running some of the wiring for my flap controller, as you can see here. And one of the things I did is I'm using the show planes controller. You can see here the rod. I've actually decided I'm going to keep that in here. I like the way it works, and I've just got to figure out how I'm going to tie that into either the VPX, or maybe I'll just put it into the EIS on the Garmin. But yeah, as I got it set up here now, you can see it's actually fully extended right now. And if I go flip my switch here, goes through the motions, works really well. And it retracts the flaps up and stops. There you go. And then of course, what's nice is you just flip the switch once here, and it'll go to the first position, which is the reflex position, and then flip it again, it'll go to the next position. Not too much hassle, you don't have to mess around with anything. Overall, pretty straightforward, right? And then finally you click it last time, and you don't have to hold it or anything, it just goes and does it. Pretty nice. You can do the same thing with the VPX, but I think this is probably a little more accurate. The big thing I need to do is mount the sensor so I know the flap position. And so what I'm thinking about at this point, I know there are a number of people who mounted them out here, and they put the little sensor on here, attach it. My concern is that's going to be exposed to the elements. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do, and I'd seen somebody else had done this, is put a clamp around the bar right here, mount the sensor on the wall here on a little hinge, and that way it's hidden away, haven't got to worry about it, and it should work pretty good. I was just working out kind of what's the range of travel on it, and it looks like the travel range on it is going to be right around the 1/2 inch mark, which works out really well. So I'll probably mock that up, try it out, and see how it looks. And if that looks and works good, then I'll mount that on here. And like I said, you know, here I drill this out. Oh, by the way, one of the things I did have to do, and this is also a trick I've seen from Stein Air, is I needed to cut these wires because this box is permanently attached, and I certainly didn't want the box inside here. So I cut the wires, and to join them, and I haven't heat shrink any of these yet, but to join them, what I did is I just put them in here like so, and you'll see there's little sleeves over these. These are kind of semi-permanent, but basically what I used is D-sub pins, male-female pins, just put them in there on the wires, crimped them on, and plugged them together. And then what I'll do is I'll put the heat shrink tubing around it, and that'll make sure they don't come apart. I did the same here for these guys. I put those on here, and then what I'll do is I'll heat shrink around that, and it'll keep them together. That way, if I need to take them apart, the worst case scenario is just got to cut the heat shrink tubing. Otherwise, they should stay attached together pretty well. Anyway, here's a quick update. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll show you the progress once I put in the sensor and just kind of how I'm thinking about mounting that. Cheers. Bye now. Hey everybody. Here's a mock-up of what I was thinking about doing for the flap position. So down here you'll see I've got a clamp on here. It goes up to the sensor. I've got this on a little hinge. It's just taped on here for now. And over here you can see my voltmeter, but it's set to ohms. So you can see right now the flaps are retracted, 2.5 ohms on that side. I could actually switch the sides. So what I'm going to do now is bring it up one notch, put it in reflex. Okay, and you can see my resistance went to 434 ohms, and this bracket just moved it up a little bit. And then if I hit it again, you'll see it's creeping up. And you can actually see the bracket move a little bit. Now we're at 3.7 K ohms. And then if I hit it one more time, you'll see it's going to come up, and it gets to 4.7. ohms. So that's how I'm thinking I'm going to hook it up. Like I said, this is just a mock-up. I wanted to figure out how what does that got to look like down here, and go from there. And then if I just reset it back, did it fully retract it? You can see how it goes as it's rotating through it. And 2.6 ohms, 2.4. So that's it. I figured I'd share this, kind of how I'm thinking about it. I don't know yet for sure, but I'm liking this because it's on the inside. I don't have to worry about it. You know, I could also try and mount it in here, but I really didn't want to mess with anything in here. That would be probably a lot easier because I'd get more flexibility in there, but I think this is probably where I'm going to end up. Anyway, I'd be curious, anyone has any thoughts on it, let me know. Thanks, bye.